Hello and welcome to this video from Sorare Assist. Want to know how to build your way up to the rankings on Sorare and compete for those prizes, even on a small budget? Then you might want to stick around for this video. Before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, then welcome. If you're after all the information that your brain can handle, then you're in the right place. If you found this video useful, then please bump that like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel by smashing that big red button and ping that notification bell to be alerted about any new content. If you haven't signed up to Sorare yet, then what are you waiting for? Get signed up using the link below to get a free rare card. If you have any questions or thoughts about this video, then drop them below. Also, is there any other videos that you'd like to see more of? Right, now that's out of the way, let's get stuck into today's content. So you've just signed up to Sorare and you've looked at some of the prices and you think you'll never compete for prizes as you only have a small budget and not looking to get a bank loan to pay for the best players. Well, the good news is you don't need to, but you will need a clear progressive strategy and perhaps a bit of patience and luck. In fantasy football, every manager needs a bit of luck, so everyone is going to need that, even the so-called whales. I'm going to guide you through a clear progressive strategy on Sorare to slowly build up your club from the National League to prize-winning glory. Ever taken a team on Football Manager from the conference to the top division? Well, that's also possible on Sorare with a little bit of patience and intelligent thinking. So let's get stuck into the strategy I would suggest adopting and where to start. Now, if you only have a small budget, I would advise starting in the Global All-Star Division 4. In fact, I would suggest doing this for any budget. Concentrating on one tournament at a time and building a solid team in that league is always a good idea. Instead of taking a scattergun approach and just buying any players that look cheap, then realise you still don't have all the relevant players to form an SO5 team as you only bought forwards. So the first thing is to construct a Global All-Star Division 4 team, or the new Academy League team. If you're on a super low budget, the cheapest route to get a team together is to use a common keeper. If you followed my advice in other videos, you should hopefully have a decent keeper from a top side. Goalkeepers are generally the most expensive position, so you can save yourself a lot of money here. Then you want to buy 2 defenders. This is because defenders are the cheapest option out there, and you can bag yourself some quality defenders at a cheap price. You will then only need to buy a midfielder and a forward. Using this initial team selection, you can construct a team good enough to compete for the ETH threshold. You only need an average score of 41 for each player to achieve the lowest threshold and an average of 50 for the higher threshold. Now, if you're on a small budget, you want to be concentrating that money on 5 or 4 quality players if you're using a common keeper. This is because if you try to compete in all of the lower Division 4s, you're likely to have 5 weak teams instead of 1 quality team that has a chance of winning something, because to be honest, you'll need some of the best players to have a chance of competing for the rewards in the regional divisions. So my advice is to build a solid team in the Global All-Star to start with. The tournaments are twice weekly, and if you select the right players, then that ETH balance can soon add up, and if you do it really well, you may even win some cards that you could sell. If they don't have the quality, of course. Or keep to start building a team in other tournaments. So you've now earned enough in rewards to purchase a team for another SO5 team. So which league should you concentrate on in the regionals? Well, depending on what time of year it is, of course, will affect this decision, because not all leagues will be in play. But my advice would be to build a team in the Asia Division 4, as these players are likely to be cheaper than the other divisions. However, you will need a rare keeper in this division, as the common keeper won't suffice to win prizes in the regional leagues. You could even consider using that reward money to purchase a rare goalkeeper for your Global All-Star Division 4 team to increase your chances of quality prizes in that division before moving on to the Asia Regional. You can use the same team selection here and pick 2 defenders to save you a bit of that hard-earned cash. From here, you can then slowly start to build teams in the other regions, and I would suggest doing that in this order. After the Asian Regional League, I would go for the Champion America Division 4. Then the Challenger Europe Division 4. Followed by Champions Europe Division 4. And finally, the Global Under 23. The Special Weekly is also a good place to enter your teams as well, and has a set criteria each week. And you will need to decide whether to enter this division over the other divisions based on the prizes on offer, etc. Don't forget that the Special Weekly has no card bonus, so you can compete with uniques and super rares without them having an advantage. Nice, eh? All being well, you can build up a balance from card sales and ETH rewards to start to save up for your first super rare. Exciting, eh? But a reality check is needed here. If you're not investing more money, then this is where patience is required, as it will take quite a long time to build a team to compete in all these divisions. But it is possible. I've invested 1,800 and actually now withdrawn 900 of that from card sales and ETH rewards. I'm now competing in all the lower divisions. Nice, eh? Now all this sounds easy in theory, but you do need to purchase the right players at the right price, and not just buy players who have the highest average in the last 5 games, as you're going to like to be paying over the odds for on-form players like this. Luckily on this channel I'm going to help you out in this area, and I'm hoping to do regular scouting for those under the radar players who have the quality but maybe just had a couple of lower scoring games. I'll be kicking things off with budget defenders, followed by midfielders and then forwards, so that you can put this strategy into practice. Viva la revolution! So that's it, you're all set and have a starting strategy in place. So get scouted and build that initial Global All-Star Division 4 team. If you have any thoughts on today's video, then drop them below in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe to the channel by smashing that subscribe button below. Don't forget to ping the notification bell as well to be informed about any new content from me. You can also follow us on Twitter at Sorare Assist, and you can also check out our website as well, sorareassist.com. There's also a link in the description below if you want to sign up to Sorare and get those all important free cards. I'll hopefully see you again on the next video soon. Bye for now.